was actually.
And then they said it had happened.
Correct this, and she's been going through this for a long time, but that's not the case as far as she has come out to clear the air now.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
No, he's saying she has come out to clear the air that what is going on now has nothing to do with the surgery you talked about 20 years ago.
No,
exactly.
No.
You think that's why I was like, you threw me off there for a moment.
The press is saying that what she's going through now is herpes. Let's finish. What she's saying is that the press saying that she had herpes right now, and it's the same herpes she was dealing with 20 years ago.
They said she has dealt with whatever it is she's dealing with now.
And which is herpes
so
is what they tagged.
They probably mistook the fact that she has gone through something that is related to the eye before, thinking it is the same thing she's going through right now.
Is that what you're saying?
Exactly what I was saying.
Okay.
You're not always here to understand you, all right?
Okay. Elsie,
because I didn't get from the fake news that they were talking about the timeline, but they're talking about herpes to be precise. Like this herpes thing has been happening to her even in the 20s.
Exactly.
That was the narrative.
Did you dig deep to find out if herpes occurs in the eyes?
I actually didn't. I've never heard of it. So and it was from fake news. So I was just like, yeah, okay. Moving on.
Herpes in the eye just sounds a bit strange.
If you think about it, it's possible. I know there's ulcer in the stomach and there's also ulcer of the eye.
Yeah.
So I know that you can have an infection, but I don't. Obviously, she doesn't have that. So I don't know.
You're still watching Tea Time Roundup, where we bring you some of the most interesting clips from the regular Tea Time program during the course of this week. Now, the next set of clips are coming up right after this break.
Hey, Adu! Dad. Look, I got something for you.
A football chassis?
Hey, Adu, come watch a game with your uncle and I.
Please, come. I'm okay, thanks.
The kind of person that you asked me to be. My brother say he love me, I love him too. I tell him I will do anything for you. But it's strange.
Did you see how many goals they scored?
They scored 20. I look up like this, say, who are you?
So, Daddy, you showed those blues pepper yesterday, right?
You sure did.
Those 3 points are sure for us today.
Remind me how.
The game's about to start. Quick, please.
Welcome back. It's still Plus TV Africa. It's still Tea Time Roundup, and it's still the most exciting bits this week. Check these out. CDQ tells DJ Copy water is not Nigeria's main problem. Okay, so I think she was making a speech in Germany, and then, you know, she talked about Nigeria's plight, but also gave, she shed light on Nigeria's problems and the water issue. And CDQ is of the opinion that there are more problems or more pressing problems. I think that's the word, more pressing problems than just water. And he talked about unemployment and so many other issues as well. But I don't know if you guys saw if there was a response back from Copy, because normally they don't take that long before they respond back. So I don't know if anyone has seen anything regarding
I'm yet
Copy.
to see any
Anything?
response,
Okay.
but like I've said this on the show before, and I'm going to say it again. CDQ is always in the news for some things that are perceived as bad attitude, really. Because I don't think she did anything wrong. If you check the statistics, yeah, it's really clear that in the north we have 70% water issues. But when it comes to Nigeria, we have statistical problem. Like, you cannot for sure say this is the number of people staying in this area or this is the number of people going through this issue. That is just the problem we have generally. And I've tried to check, even in 2018, USAID released something saying we have this issue, close to what she's saying. And I think in 2015, some were saying 56% has water, and then now it's looking like we're going back. So what she said is not totally wrong. We have this issue. The fact that you're living in a place where you are probably not directly involved or directly affected does not mean that water issue is not prominent. You need to get to the rural areas to see what's going on. You need to leave Lagos State. In fact, even in the same Lagos State,
Elsie,
Lagos Island.
I think you should address him. CDQ to address him.
Lagos Island itself, we know what we go through. I mean, we had this conversation on what you go through to get water, even in the houses you see, and think these people are living good, right? So this is a big issue. If he wants to come out to advocate on unemployment, bad roads, power, he can.
He doesn't
need to
belittle what she has said.
She doesn't respond to him because he is not what he is right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Oshinkeye.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with what CDQ did, in as much as Copy also did the right thing. But CDQ is also saying, look, you had like a global stage where you could have
highlighted,
even if you don't go into details of all our problems. Yeah, you can capitalize on one and you can focus on water. Like, okay, but I would be focusing on water, but we also have other issues such as bad roads, electricity, so that investors from this countries would know what to invest in if they ever decide to invest. So what CDQ said also made complete sense, and it was as polite as possible. I don't know if you guys read what he wrote, but it was very, very polite, and it was saying that he appreciates what she did, but in case of next time when you have a global stage like that, you may as well just use it to highlight.
Do you not think that was condescending in some way, shape, or form?
I do not think so.
Okay, all right.
You just mentioned that there's nothing wrong with her focusing on one thing. So then how is his point valid if she's just focusing on one thing? In that platform, you know you're not supposed to go there and be telling all the Nigerian problems. Unemployment and the other list of stuff that he mentioned is something that's common to everybody else. Every other country, as developed as possible, struggles with unemployment, especially for youth. That's a one-on-one thing. But the basic amenities a society needs. Now you're talking poorer countries, because there's a lot more countries that don't have basic amenity issues. So I even think that she spoke, to be honest, I was actually wowed by the fact that Copy of all people is concerned by water, because water is not her problem. And what he's focusing on is I would call it a privileged problem. Like, you have to be educated, have gotten all your basic,
amenities in
basic amenities for free before you can start talking about infrastructure and unemployment and all of that
and all
stuff.
that social problems.
And when you're talking about water, you just look at it as water, but it breeds more issues. Like when we talk about typhoid, talk about diarrhea, you talk about the fact that women or girls cannot even access water to be hygienic when they're going through their menstruation. Like, we're going to celebrate World Menstrual Hygiene Day, and people are still referring back to water and all that. So water is a big deal, and you cannot just say because NGOs people set up NGO for one issue. They don't set up NGO to deal with the whole problems in Nigeria. And I think you've also mentioned it on this show that Nigerians, that we need to get to a point where we pick up an issue and drive it to the end. And now somebody is doing this, and someone else is coming out to bash her, to say,
okay, guys, we're out of time. Let Ife quickly say.
With what you have all said, I'm only saying that it won't be fair to backlash CDQ, because all he was pointing out was that, look, it's good you said you focused on the water, but we also have other issues, which is why I used the word highlight. She should have highlighted all the issues and be like, but I would be focusing on this.
Harvey Weinstein and accusers reach a tentative compensation deal. Okay.
For the $4 million is a lot of money.
So it's huge.
Well, 15 accusers.
Yeah, the class action.
I did the calculation actually earlier. It came down to 2.9, but I know it's not going to work that way eventually because it would depend on the gravity.
Of the
exactly.
Maths, because my
calculator was just giving me 2.988. As in, I was like, I don't even know this figure, so I won't bother saying it. My math is bad, by the way.
Me too.
Okay.
Now that we've established
to be honest, like, he deserves it. But it's interesting to see that he has to pay this compensation deal, but the case is still going on.
Yes.
No,
I would have thought that
in other districts, like some cases such as
the rape and the sexual misconduct. This one's sexual harassment. They are also very severe, but compared to the rape cases and all, those ones are still ongoing. But this one is, at least if it was going to go to jail for life imprisonment, maybe it would be going for like 20 years now, because this would reduce the sentence. Do you understand the politics involved? Yeah.
But the main case is still, like you say, ongoing, and the next hearing, I think,